Hi guys, this is Sliver here, and in this video I want to explain what I believe is the best farm to get ancestral items, also known as items with greater affixes in Diablo 4 Season 7. Now, I don't have to talk about why these items are important. These are the most powerful items in the game, excluding mythic uniques. They can be legendaries or uniques, and what I believe is the best way to farm them is a little bit different what most people would say. I think most people would say just farm headhunts. In my experience, that is not the best way. The best way is to farm root holds. In order to get into these seasonal mini dungeons known as root holds, you need sigils. Sigils that are very similar to the sigils that we use to get into nightmare dungeons. However, these root hold sigils cannot be crafted. There are two sources that you can obtain these root hold sigils. First of all, whisper caches. So you should farm whisper caches, and these have a moderate chance of dropping these root hold sigils. Now, of course, to get whisper caches, you need to farm the new headhunt zone, so you do have to go into the headhunt zone. And the other source for root hold sigils is located mostly inside the headhunt zones as well, and these are the silent chests. You know, these chests that require a key to open, and you can get the key called the whispering key from gambling with obols. And since gambling has been significantly nerfed this season, it is worth spending your murmuring obols on these whispering keys so you can open the silent chests inside the headhunts. Okay, so say you've got the sigils to open the root holds from the silent chests and the whisper caches. Now get into the root holds, and you have to do the following to maximize your chances for getting ancestral, legendary, and unique items. First of all, you should use a Drought of Whispers elixir, which is the seasonal elixir, and it will increase your chances of getting a Forgotten Altar and the Fugitive Head at the end of the root hold. By itself, the elixir doesn't increase your chances of getting ancestral items. More importantly, inside the root hold, you will be presented with choices. You have to take at least 1 out of 4 and at least 1 out of 3 choices consequently inside the dungeon. In order to maximize the number of ancestral, legendary, and unique items, first of all, always take the choices that will increase the number of major rewards you get from exposed roots. Always get those. And if you've already taken those and you still have choices left, you should take the choice that increases the number of exposed roots in the next section. If you've taken all these 2 steps, so increased number of major rewards and increased number of exposed roots, then you should take any other choice that you have left. And if you're taking these choices, then you have a very good chance of getting ancestral items from exposed roots inside the dungeon. The dungeon itself is not very difficult. If you have a decently geared endgame character, then you shouldn't really have trouble killing the mobs inside. As I said before, the exposed roots are also great sources for Draughts of Whispers, and fortunately, the only criteria of moving to the next part of the dungeon is clicking all the exposed roots. You don't have to kill all the enemies. At the end, as the boss, you will have a chance of spawning a Fugitive Head instead of a Headless Husk, and this chance is increased by the Drought of Whispers elixir, as I mentioned before. And that's it. I believe that this is the best way to get ancestral items in the season, and especially if you've managed to find at least one reward that will increase the number of major rewards you get from the exposed roots in the dungeon. Let me know in the comments if you've got any experience with ancestrals inside loot holds, and if you liked the video, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and see you guys next time. Thanks.